Hello and welcome to Dandoozi. Today I'm looking at a pack that was gifted to me recently, and it's got 50 cards in it. I'm not sure what's in this. It's not like a booster pack or anything. It's from Amazon, just a seller, and obviously top card there is a Mega Sharpedo EX. And just looking at this card, 330 HP, 3D Fang does 70 damage, and you get to draw 2 cards. Hungry Jaws. If this Pokemon has any damage counters on it, this attack does 150 more damage. So right there, I'm pretty happy with this already. I'm happy to get a Mega Sharpedo card. Very excited about that, but I'm really not sure what to expect from here, so let's just go through it. All right, we've got a Marnie's Impidimp. This card is, so if you have the Marnie deck, you'll find this one. Next we have a Nimble, Reverse Hollow. And Misty's Staryu. Cool. Another Reverse Hollow. Another one, Morpeko. Morpeko always looks so, at least when he's in that dark form, he looks so intense. Pico Blaster. You can use this attack only if one of your Deden use DD Short during your last turn. This attack does 60 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. Wow, so super specific to how to use that attack, but if you can use it, 60 damage to all of your opponent's Pokemon, that's rough. If your opponent has basics out there, that could knock several Pokemon out. Ghastly, nice. How do you say that? Tojidmaru. Metal card. Iron Valiant. Future card. See, so Gemini Laser, you can attack for 20 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So you can hit the bench with this card. Always useful. Now we have an ancient card, Scream Tail, and the ancient version of Jigglypuff. Supportive Singing, heal 100 damage from one of your benched ancient Pokemon. Again, remember you read the cards carefully. It'll tell you exactly what to do. Or use Hyper Voice for 40. That's a good card there. Next we have LGM, like LGM, Little Green Men, because it's supposed to be an alien, I think, or like an alien. All this guy can do is really hide. But what he evolves into, and I'm blanking on the name, has a pretty powerful attack typically. Gliscor. Poison Ring. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. And your opponent can't retreat. Oh, wow. Eternatus. Shatter will discard a stadium in play. Power Rush for 130 damage. Flip a coin if tails. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't use attacks. That's a pretty cool looking Pokemon. Neat. Good old Morel. This one makes me laugh. Flubebe. Fairy Wind for 10. Or Bind Wound and heal 30 damage. This one too, Squawkabilly. Where do they come up with these names? Fomantis. Team Rocket's Chingling. So this is one of those low HP cards, but it doesn't take any energy to use that attack. So if you play this right away, it could be useful. Discard a random card from your opponent's hand. So could be useful, could take out something in your opponent's hand right away. Clefable. Magical Shot for 100 damage. Or Metronome. Choose one of your opponent's active Pokemon's attacks and use it as this attack. Ooh, that could be a really rough one. Especially if you have something out there like, imagine you're up against a Mega Evolution EX or an EX card or any strong Pokemon. For only 2 energy, you can use their attack. That could be devastating. Hard to fight. Spiritomb. The ability here, Spiteful Swirl. If your active Dark Pokemon is damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, even if your active Dark Pokemon is knocked out, place 1 damage counter on the attacking Pokemon. Okay. Alright, Spiritomb. Usually these are kind of tricky to use. This one's pretty straightforward though. Varoom. Godel Engine. Larvitar. Hisuian Zorua. There's one of those useful no energy attacks, so you can draw a card right away. Meowstic. Ability is Inviting Ears. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may search your deck for up to 2 supporter cards. Reveal them and put them into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. Houndoom. This card shows up in one of the what are they called? It's the box that teaches you how to play the game. I think it's the more recent one, the red box, where you get the 3 decks. Anyways, this card shows up in there, and it's a strong card. Daring Strike does 50 plus damage. If your opponent's an active evolution Pokemon, it does 70 more damage. Or Shadow Slash does 130 damage. You have to discard an energy. Soul Rock. Funky artwork there. Call for Family. Search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon and put them onto your bench. Interesting. So typically Soul Rock, I mentioned this in a previous video, Soul Rock cards are usually linked to Lunatones, and able to use them effectively. Typically you have to have Lunatone on your bench. This one you don't. Kind of unique. There's a Grand Bowl. 160 damage potential. Oranguru. These guys are usually more of a strategic card. Plotter's Command. Choose one of your opponent's active Pokemon's attack. During your opponent's next turn, that Pokemon can't use the attack. Then Super Psybolt for 80. Fungus. Sandygast. Atenna. This one shows up in the Mewtwo V deck. Atenna. Galarian Slowpoke. Got the yellow head and the yellow tail. Sudowoodo. The famous tree rock. And Pokemon Arceus. think Sudowoodos were the easiest shinies for me to find. Because they're obviously, they don't move. They don't move quickly. But interesting, it's basically a rock tree. But these guys are usually pretty tough. Oh, we have Ralts. I don't think I've seen that artwork. Spinda, I've definitely not seen this one for Spinda. I like that. Dizzying Spin. This attack does 10 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. And we have Noibat. Breaks in. Discard Flare Parade. This attack does 60 damage for each Serena card in your discard pile. So you want to make sure you have Serena in your deck. Sigilif. See, warning, search your deck for a basic Pokemon and put it onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a Pokemon V, you may put up to 5 basic Pokemon onto your bench in this way instead. Wow. You could go from behind in the game to doing pretty well with that. Golbat. Cool. I always had a fun time in the games trying to get Crobat. Because to evolve into Crobat, you have to be friends with your Golbat. Max friendship. So you have to use them a lot. So I like Golbat. Maybe it's for that reason, just because I will say bonded with Zubat and Golbat. Yeah, but it was always fun trying to get Crobat. Cascoon. I believe he evolves into Dustox. Is the darker one. Machoke. Got a Krogunk. Panpour. Alright, looks like we got energies now. 2 water, metal, fighting, fire. Nice. Oh, we got a fossil. Cool. Fossils are interesting because you play them as a Pokemon and they evolve into whatever Pokemon. So this one evolves into Kabuto. But you play this just like it were a 60 HP basic Pokemon. And anytime during your turn, you may discard this card from play. And it takes 30 less damage from attacks, this specific one with the domed armor. And I believe, I could be mistaken on this, but I think if it gets knocked out, your opponent does still get a prize card. I think that saying play this card as if it were a 60 HP basic colorless Pokemon, that tells me they should get a prize card if it gets knocked out. Team Rocket's Petrol, supporter card. Search your deck for a trainer card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck. Team Rocket's Venture Bomb. Flip a coin. If heads, put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. If tails, put 2 damage counters on your active Pokemon. And our risky move. Stadium card, Surfing Beach. Once during each player's turn, that player may switch their active water Pokemon with one of their benched Pokemon. And lastly, we have one more stadium, Primordial Altar. Once during each player's turn, that player may look at the top card of their deck. They may discard that card. Alright, so we got some good cards in there. Obviously the Mega Sharpedo EX is going to be the strongest one in there. Real happy about this one, but there's a lot of useful cards in here that I'll be able to put to use right away. Some of the items, supporters, and some good just basics and evolution cards in here that I'll be able to put straight into decks. All right, got some fun pulls. Thank you very much for watching.